Hey guys, this is Bill. Just wanted to bring you back another episode of Collector's Corner. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about Wild Guns Reloaded. Wild Guns Reloaded for the Nintendo Switch came out yesterday, which was April 17th. Um, as far as I know, from everything I can tell, it's a GameStop exclusive. If you're looking for the physical, it came out on the eShop as well. It's $29.99 on the eShop, $29.99 for the physical copy. I was actually, because I am a member of the Best Buy rewards program for Best Buy, where I get 20% off on all games. So I was actually looking to pre-order the game on on their website, just was not coming available for pre-order. I was confused and just did not see it anywhere, and I did not see anything about it being a GameStop exclusive, but that was the only place I ever saw it for pre-order. Sure enough, the day Tuesday came and passed, did not see it posted anywhere, went to Best Buy, did not see it in store. So then today came and I, said, hey, I might as well just go pick it up at GameStop. Went into my local GameStop. It's the first time I think I've been there, and actually I don't think I've ever purchased anything from there. I've been in there a couple times and always end up leaving. But so I went in there, did not see it on the stand. I went in at, when they opened at about 10:05, and the associate asked me, is there anything I can help you with? And I said, yeah, I'm looking for Wild Guns Reloaded for the Nintendo Switch. And he, was completely confused. So he went and looked in the cabinet, and he had one copy in there. He's like, oh yeah, I got one. It's the only one left, or it's the only one that I have. So I was like, yeah, give it to me, man. So just wanted to show you. It's pretty bland. Probably already know what the cover looks like, but there's no pamphlet, no manual, which is pretty typical of Nintendo Switch physical copies. If you're a collector at all, or just have a Nintendo Switch, you know that except for the Nicalis seems to have a lot of manuals and inserts in theirs and stuff. So, but just wanted to let you know, if you were interested in picking up Wild Guns Reloaded and you want the physical edition like me, that you're probably gonna have to pick it up at GameStop or maybe eBay. So I still don't see it anywhere on Amazon or Best Buy or anywhere. So I haven't seen verification that it's a GameStop exclusive, but that's the only word that I've seen it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of I'm going to leave now, give you a little bit of just gameplay and overview of the game. Not a foreview or nothing, but just a little bit of gameplay and just kind of talk a little bit about the game. So see you there. Alright guys, and now for some gameplay. We will kind of just show you what all you can do. You can obviously do single player. There's a multiplayer, which is a little bit confusing because it's not an online multiplayer. It's just a couch co-op multiplayer, and it does support up to 4 players, which is very awesome. Now another cool thing is you can all select the same character, and you can just select different colors of those characters. So that's pretty cool. So Annie and Clint, see, there you go. Annie and Clint were actually the original protagonists from the game that this is based on, Wild Guns, for the Super Nintendo, which came out in 1994. But yeah, Clint and Annie were the original protagonists, and Bullet and Doris have been added in the remakes to help to give characters to support 4-player co-op, which is pretty awesome. Doris is like she just like chucks bombs. She's very slow, but deals a lot of damage. So if that's you like the tank mentality, that's what she's for. I like Annie. She's a little, she's a lot more agile. I like a lot of times the quicker players. But so yeah, you got single player, multiplayer. You got the rankings, which is because this is like a gallery shooter, arcade style type. And it's cool because you can display the rankings by 4 players, 3 players, 2 players, 1 player or boss rush, then 1 player, and then by difficulty. So I actually haven't played on anything but easy. So you can see I'm actually on it's pretty cool. I'm actually in the top 100 on the game's only been up for a day, so I'm sure I'll be off of that leaderboard come this weekend. But then you can do it by difficulty. For single player, you can do it by difficulty, and then by character. So by all, Clint, Annie, Annie's. I think, have I played Doris? Did I play Doris? No, I guess I haven't played Doris. Or I did. I must not have saved it. That's something else that when you continue, it'll tell you that if you continue, that your score won't be saved, which is pretty, you know, that's fine. It's fine if your score wants to, you know, let's say you continue, your high score stops there, but it actually completely doesn't even count your score at all. If you can, like your score from the first time you started to when you continue, and it doesn't even count that score, so which is kind of dumb. Oh, sorry. Go into options, and you can display settings. You can change the aspect ratio, aspect scale, and also do scan lines. I actually have scan lines on right now. I hadn't actually had them on until right before I started this video, and I was like, I turned them on. I was like, oh, they actually look pretty cool. So let's actually do a little bit of gameplay now. I will go with Annie, like I said. But yeah, this the actual original game. Well, I guess this is developed by Natsume too, or this. I guess it's possible this is not even developed by Natsume. It's just published by them at this point. Who knows? But anyways, the original game was developed by Natsume in 1994 for the Super Nintendo, and it, you know, has like a steampunk, sci-fi / western. Oh, I actually got them. The melee in this game is like, it takes some getting used to. Because it's kind of odd because Super Nintendo had plenty of buttons to support, you know, like just a sole melee button. But the melee button is basically the same as the shooting button. You have to, when you have somebody coming up to you at close range, like those guys that walk up, like this guy, I can't shoot him. Oh, shoot. I have to melee him, which is pretty awkward. And then the melee, like I said, it's not its own button. You have to kind of like push down and shoot at the same time, which makes it, I really don't like it. It takes, I mean, you can get used to it, but I don't like it. That was kind of like the hardest thing to this game, where a lot of people do consider this game a pretty hard game. I don't think it's horribly difficult. I think the controls are a little bit awkward and take some getting used to. I feel once it took me a couple of rounds, and I was like, the first couple, I was like, man, what the hell am I doing? This is just, I really wasn't controlling my target or nothing right. I couldn't dash jump or nothing, and then everything started coming together. I was like, oh, okay. So like you have like jump, but this little dash roll that I'm doing, that's another thing. Basically, when you're holding, or if you're shooting, which I am now, and then you try to jump, then you do like a dash roll, which makes you, oh shoot, makes you almost invulnerable. So it's very handy, because you can continue shooting and then just roll, and then you can, you know, dodge most fire that way, as opposed to the first couple times I was playing, I was just like jumping around like a moron. Like, man, this just feels so awkward. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I got that guy with I meleeed him properly. But yeah, I was going back to what I was saying. This game on like the Super Nintendo is very collectible. I mean, it costs, for just a loose card in the Super Nintendo, you're looking at anywhere from, you know, $150 to $250. That's just, like I said, that's just for a loose card. But I mean, there actually is so there also is a PS4 edition, which I own as well. And that range is, I think, $25 to $35, I want to say, for the PS4 version. This, that was actually one of the driving reasons why I got the PS4. Near the end of I mean, I had been collecting retro games for quite a while, but near the end of the PS3's life cycle and the beginning of the PS4's life cycle, oh, come on. I was not even, I could care less about the PS4 when it came out, and I was actually not. I was kind of getting bored with the PS3. I'd gotten into retro games, and was just that's all I cared about for a couple years. And then for some reason I saw like this, and like I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool, and I was, I was interested in getting Wild Guns Reloaded for the Super NES, but I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm not paying that much for a game. That's that's above what my limit is. Is what I can consider reasonable. Worth paying for a game. 150, 200, 250. That's just not reasonable. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. That's on the PS4. I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. And then just a lot of the indie games, and I was like, that's when I kind of just started seeing a lot of the indie games on the PS4. There were a lot of interest, and then like games like which I don't think Shantae Half Genie Hero is considered like an indie game at this point. But games like that were like what really inspired me. I'm like, man, I need to get a PS4. So I didn't get it for like the really third-party games and the great graphics. Crap. So I got the PS4. Bought Wild Guns Reloaded. Bought Shantae Half Genie Hero. Played them both a little bit, and then I just started getting into like multiplayer with friends at work and just playing some of the other games on there, and kind of have gotten away from even playing any of these until now. And now that I've picked this up and I've been playing it today, I'm like, man, this game really is a lot of fun. Now that I'm playing it on the Nintendo Switch, but yeah, it's definitely worth picking up if it looks like it's fun. If you're into shooters, if you're into retro games, $29 maybe a little. Maybe a little bit high. I don't know, because it's not. I don't believe it's a very long game. Though one thing that is odd is that physical is the same. A lot of times for the Switch, the physical gets taxed like $10 higher. So it kind of feels like the physical should be 30 where it's at, because the physical is 30, and the digital should be like $20, and that seems like what it should be, but it's not. They're both 30, and then at that point I would just get, I'm a physical collector, so I always try to get physical if I can. But yeah, like I kind of stated in the beginning of the video, if you're a physical collector and you do want to pick this up, yeah, make sure you check your GameStop, because I have not seen it anywhere else. Hopefully that changed. Hopefully it's not exclusive. Maybe it's maybe GameStop just has like a year of exclusivity, or which at the same time it probably doesn't, because I want to say when I picked up the one on the PS4, it was like it was kind of hard to come by. So I don't know if that one was a GameStop exclusive or where that one sold at. But oh shoot, I actually haven't used that, like the special. I haven't used like the grenades or special. I haven't used them yet. I've been too busy blabbering. But yeah, and like I said, that's the other thing, is like it's not going to be very high, high selling. So if you're into collecting, it's for the Switch or collecting in general, I don't think it will be. It's probably something pretty good to look to pick up. I mean, I don't believe this will be a game that you'll see in a couple years for like physical, for like $20 or below. I feel that this will hold its value and probably go up. Probably won't go up too much. It'll probably be a game that you'll see around like 30, 35, $40. So I don't know that I would sit around, if you look like you're interested in it, I don't know if I'd sit around and wait for a price drop. 30 is pretty reasonable, I think, for a physical anyways. Here we go, the boss. Ah, shoot. Get him? Yeah, I wasted I think I wasted like all my great grenades on this Ah, God, he got me again. Oh, that's it. All right, well, just get a little quick run through to show you some of the gameplay. So yeah, like I said, I mean it's a fun game. I think it's worth picking up. I would if I were you. If it looks like something that you're into. If not, if it doesn't look like something you'd like, I'd pass. But if you've made it this far through the video, then you'd probably be interested. So yeah, go in your GameStop and if you want it and ask them. Like I said, I had to ask them. They did not even have it on display, and they only had one, which is another reason why I think it may be pretty maybe pretty collectible, or hold its value at least, because there probably won't be a whole lot of copies sold. So, but yeah, if you guys liked the video, make sure you smash that like button. If you like videos like this, I'm going to start doing a lot more like unboxings and just about Switch games or other games or collector's editions, just to kind of give you an idea of what some of these things that I pick up look like, to think if you make that's pretty cool. It doesn't it comes with a manual, it comes with this, comes with that. Or for other games that don't, if you really want to spend the money on a physical that just is pretty bland, that's one of the downfalls of this, is it is a little bit bland. There's no manual or nothing, but that's kind of to par for Switch games. But yeah, so if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Later.